Hello there, once again, my name is Squalo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and about all the important stuff that is happening and some important charts that I've actually found myself that I really wanted to mention and really wanted to compare it to the stock market and try to understand why is the stock market going up while Bitcoin is going down, and also tell you about my trade that I opened yesterday without any confirmation over on Bybit. And yeah, so without any further ado, if you're new to the channel, if you're looking for Bitcoin information, really good content, all compressed into less than 10 minutes every single day, then you're in the right place. So hit that subscribe button, and we are literally like 300 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers. This is insane, guys and girls. Thank you all very much for all your support. Thank you for all the likes, and for those of you who are just watching and not liking, thank you still very, very much. And when you're subscribing, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload, because these uploads you have to watch as soon as they come out and from the beginning and until the end if you want to get anything out of them. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. And as for myself, hopefully it's not gonna be too loud, but I just went out onto the balcony to enjoy some insane views of Monaco right here. Beautiful place. And hopefully it's not gonna be too loud because I'm filming with my laptop and nothing but my laptop. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just jump right into this. And we're seeing this kind of fake formation happening in Bitcoin. Well, I mean, we've seen this one for a while, and I told you, be very careful trading it because we were really waiting for the report on inflation, which was this one right here. And to be honest, when we saw actually that inflation in April has peaked, basically a lot of people are saying that the inflation has peaked, and we all know that the Federal Reserve gives more weight to that report, so that's good news, right? So for that reason, we were really waiting for this report, and I said wait for it, and then if it's going to be good news, we can trade a break out of here, and if it's going to be bad news, well, certainly we can have a nice short trade. But I also told you in the previous video that I opened the trade real fast over on Bybit, and because I didn't really have any time, I had to rush to Monaco for F1, and it was just crazy time here. I should probably start doing vlogs. I met all the biggest influencers, and well, I'm one of the biggest as well at this point already. So it's been a crazy time. So I didn't have any time to track this, and the internet in Monaco sucks. So I just opened a long trade because of the inflation numbers were good. The Nasdaq opened very bullish, so did S&P 500, but Bitcoin didn't do anything. So I'm glad that I told you guys to wait at least for a confirmation of a break above this resistance right here with some volume confirmation, which of course we did not see. So we did not see the break of at least this diagonal level right here. And then as we were going downward, actually we moved downward, and actually I opened my long trade right here in this area, I believe. So as soon as I opened it, it just went down, and it was like, well, whatever. I lost like $1,000 on it. I checked it from my phone. I posted in the Telegram group that I'm out, and that's why subscribe to my Telegram channel down in the description of this video, because I post oftentimes much faster in the Telegram channel. So I mean, whatever. So I should have opened a trade with a confirmation in Bitcoin, but again, I was in a rush, and I really thought that it's going to go higher. I believed so. So I actually did a reckless thing and opened a trade without a confirmation. So anyway, and then when I was looking at it, I was thinking maybe I should short it, but at the same time, I mean, the news are good, and the stuff I'm going to show you in this video, it also is looking quite good. So for that reason, I did not really think that it's a good time to short it, because if we're going to take a look at, for example, NDX, which is Nasdaq, we're going to see here, look at it. This is how bullish it was, and we actually opened with a gap yesterday, and it didn't even close the gap right here. I mean, that's how bullish it was. So, and if we're gonna go to S&P 500 right here, look how bullish this thing is. I mean, we're currently breaking this support, previously support from the, let's go to the weekly chart. This was a very important level in the weekly chart right here, and look how bullish this candle looks. I mean, of course, it can be short-term, short-lived, but nonetheless, I mean, in a short-term perspective, it's very bullish. So I was expecting Bitcoin to be bullish as well, because I mean, it's attached to Nasdaq, and it's very correlated with Nasdaq, but it didn't. So, well, it is what it is, I suppose. So that's why I decided to make this video, and I spoke to some crypto guys, big crypto guys here in Monaco as well, and they were currently also saying, which I'm inclined to agree with, that there is currently a lot of suppression in Bitcoin price, and there is a lot of manipulation happening as well. And let me know down in the comments if you think that there is also a lot of manipulation. Oh, and by the way, if you want to be trading actively, just quick Bybit shill. Sorry, I know I have to get through this. And with my exclusive link down in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, if you want to be trading with Bybit, which is, in my opinion, one of the best trading platforms out there for spot trading as well as derivatives, so futures trading, Bitcoin, Ethereum, really pretty much any cryptocurrency in general. And they were one of the first to list Luna 2.0, by the way, brand new Luna, which went from 50 cents to like $30 in 45 minutes over on Bybit. So, and you can check out my previous video that I just did on Luna and my expectations from Luna. So Bybit is really cool, and they do things really fast, and they literally have everything. So with my link, you'll get up to $4,100 in free bonuses, and also for 30 days, you'll get 0% maker fees as well, which is nice. You can save some money on the trading fees. So in this instance, a lot of people are saying that there is a lot of manipulation that is being suppressed, because if we're going to look at all the on-chain data that I've showed you before, it seems like we're already very close to the bottom. If we look at the inflation, which is the only thing that is currently really broken, is the inflation in the US economy. So when we are seeing inflation going down, that's very bullish for high-risk assets. And we are seeing Dixie go down. And especially like if we're going to go here, which is going to be the Bitcoin exchange reserves on all exchanges, you're going to see that the reserves are just simply going down like crazy. So it means that people are pulling out their money out of exchanges, putting it in cold storage. So it's like long-term investing and hodling, and that they're not looking to sell whatever the price. So, and when we saw these kinds of drops in the actual exchanges reserves, it was always followed by a huge bull run. So, and that's like we saw right here, and we're actually going even lower than this point in 2020. So this is immensely bullish. So that's why I'm saying that if you're not at the bottom yet, we're super close to it at this point. And also it's very interesting to see, by the way, and this is the chart that I found on Twitter. I really wanted to show it to you, that if we're gonna go to the daily chart, and let's turn off the volume, that every time, almost every, and I was surprised by this actually, almost every single year, when we were seeing some kind of a bottom, and then some capitulation event when people are selling off, then we are actually almost always seeing some kind of a manipulation in a market where the whales and the big boys are trying to squeeze all the last few people out of it, and creating like a double bottom formation that we could potentially start seeing here as well, that this being one bottom, and then this potentially could turn into another bottom and do something here and finally move upward. And that would correlate really well in terms of the previous statistics of the market and the previous market data. If we're going to take a look at this thing right here, it was initially posted on Twitter by Aurelian Ohayan. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but this is really cool. Look, guys and girls, this is 2015, 2016, 2017. The only year missing is here 2018 and 19. So 20, 21, 22. So starting with 15, so we had this massive capitulation right here, which was followed by another dump right here, which was a bit smaller, but this is, to show, to scare people off completely and take their Bitcoin from them. The same thing in 2016, look, massive capitulation, then another leg down, small leg down, consolidation, the beginning of a 4 months bull run before the next cycle commences. So it's like mid-cycle bull run, which we've seen many times before, actually, guys and girls. So the mid-cycle bull run is actually meant by, let's just go back in history right here. Let's take a look at let's go to the weekly chart actually. So we're gonna see this like right up. You know what? Let's go to this chart. I think that is going to be the best selection right here, where I have all the cycles pointed out. So mid-cycle bull run is meant by, for example, in the very beginning in 2011, after the drop, that was the mid-cycle bull run. Then in this instance right here, we had this area right here with the mid-cycle bull run, and then the main bull run started after the halving, obviously. But we still had some bull runs in the middle. Then this is a great example right here of the mid-cycle bull run, which usually lasts for about 4 months. And so it was right in the middle. And that's where we are approximately. that's where we are currently as well. And this is looking very similar to these kinds of bottoms as well as this one right here. So we could potentially see in the next few months, especially if the Federal Reserve is going to take a break with their their quantitative tightening, which might be because we're seeing the inflation at least a little bit go down in at least official data. Of course, we can argue and say that inflation is much higher than they're reporting, but let's leave this politics out of it. So in this instance, we could see some kind of a relief rally, then do something, and as I showed you before, and then finally take off in the next cycle. But nonetheless, we could see some kind of a bull run, at least in the short-term perspective, confirming that we are currently very close to the bottom. So if we're going to go back to this chart right here, and we're going to go to the daily chart, we're going to see that potentially we are forming a similar pattern right now for the last shakeout, so to speak. And a lot of people are going to think that we're going to go lower, but in fact it could turn out to be something that we've seen just right here almost every single year repeating itself before this mid cycle bull run for 4 months, usually it says, as it says here. Then we are always seeing this kind of almost like a double top formation, and it always, I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't know, let me know what do you think in the comments. I know that this is a bit of hopium, but nonetheless this could be something very interesting that is going to correlate very well with a lot of on-chain metrics that we're currently seeing and the behavior from the whales as well. So for that reason, let's talk about the target right here. So for that reason, if we're going to go to a smaller time frame, which is, for example, I don't know, 4-hour chart in this instance, we're going to see that we just recently made an attempt and we actually closed below this very important support, which is at about $28,650 roughly, give or take. So we closed below it, but we still got pushed above immediately. And if we're going to take a look at the volume, then we're going to see that there really wasn't any volume here. So there isn't really that much of a selling pressure, but there is still some kind of a suppression, perhaps to just mediate the situation and kick out all of the weak hands that are left in the market. I don't know who is left after all this capitulation, but nonetheless. So for me, if we're going to see a strong pull and close above at least this downward sloping resistance, I would be considering to open a long trade myself. We'll see, but with this time with confirmation. So a good thing at least I warned you about it, and I said that there should be a confirmation. So, and yeah, so this is the current situation. When it comes to the short trade, we'll see what happens, but we really want to see some volume, because when we are just seeing something like this is just, in my opinion, just nasty. So, and remember, if you want to become one of my full-time students at tomskralo.com, and it's certified and accredited trading learning programs where you learn everything from active trading, swing trading, day trading, as well as long-term investing and portfolio building in the world of futures, stocks, crypto, and literally understanding the whole thing, as well as fundamental analysis, then go to tomskralo.com and use the code 20OFF to claim a nice discount for my YouTube family and become one of my students. Save yourself years of time as well as thousands of dollars that you could otherwise potentially lose in a market like any other beginner trader. And this is going to be worth your while, and just don't be like everyone else wasting years of your time trying to learn all this thing yourself, because what I'm sharing on YouTube is just overall broad strokes where you really have to learn how to do this all yourself. So yeah, best of luck in the markets. And as for myself, I need to let me know down in the comments if I should make one more video today from a yacht, and I'll be more than happy to make some talking video to you guys and girls as well. So that's something that I'm planning to do, and let me know if I should. And as always, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.